welcome back to another video, and today we have Monster Jam Team Racing Season 1 event number 7. That is right, guys, this is already the 7th event of Season 1, and we are really starting to get down to it here. So before I show you guys the races up close, I am very quickly going to go over the top 5 teams in the point standings. So coming into today, in the points lead, we have Team Boneyard with 65 points. Then in second place, we have Team Dog Pound with 62 points. Then in third place, we have Team Indy with 55. In fourth place, we have Team Retro with 52. And then we actually have a tie for fifth between Team Diva and Team Zombie Invasion at 49. So that is the top 5 in the point standings, or technically the top 6 since we have a tie for fifth. So yeah, anyways, guys, without further ado, let's take a look at all of the races here in round number 1, starting off with Northern Nightmare from Team Inverse and Zombie from Team Zombie Invasion. So as always, if you guys don't know what truck you're in, just go down to the comments, because I will be posting a pinned comment down below of the entire field of trucks, but I'm sure you guys probably know what truck you're in by now. This is event number 7 out of 10, and like I said, we are starting to get down towards the end of this season. Can anybody catch up to Team Boneyard? That is what we're going to have to wait and find out here in these last few events. But anyways, round number 1 is going to conclude with the Inverse Gravedigger and Overcast Max D. So those are all the races in round 1, and that's pretty much it. So if you lose in round 1, of course you will get 1 point for yourself and 1 point for your team. And without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Northern Nightmare from Team Inverse taking on Zombie from Team Zombie Invasion. Alright guys, so event number 7 is underway. And the first win is going to go to Zombie. Next up, we have Saigon Shaker from Team Indy taking on Alien Invasion from Team Gears. And it's going to go to Saigon Shaker. Next up, we have Earth Shaker from Team Elementals taking on the Joker from Team Superhero. And that is a very close race. Let's take a look from the aerial view. And it does look like it's going to go to the Joker, but let's go straight down. Yes, it is. The Joker will take the win. Next up, we have Whiplash from Team Diva taking on Dragon from Team Overcast. And it's going to go to Whiplash. Next up, we have Raw Crustacean from Team 7 Seas taking on Gravedigger from Team Boneyard. Okay. I honestly have no idea what happened there, but I have decided to switch up the lanes and let's do a rerun. There we go. That is a lot better, and it looks like Gravedigger is going to take the win. Next up, we have Maximum Destruction from Team Retro taking on Avenger from Team Indy. And it's going to go to Maximum Destruction. That is Maximum Destruction's first round 1 victory this whole season. Next up, we have Dragon from Team Zombie Invasion taking on Wildfire from Team Fire. And it's going to go to, I believe, Dragon. Yes, it is, but what a race. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune from Team Hunter taking on Blue Thunder from Team Overcast. And that is going to be a great race, and it looks like it's going to go to Blue Thunder, but let's just go straight down just to make sure. Yes, it is. Pretty much this whole season, Team Dog Pound has been about 2 or 3 points behind Team Boneyard. Let's see if they can finally take the points lead, as next up, we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian from Team Dog Pound taking on Sparkle Smash from Team Diva. And they are going to get eliminated here. Sparkle Smash will take the win. Next up, we have El Toro Loco from Team Galaxies taking on Yeti from Team Ice. And that is a great race. There have been a lot of great races so far. And as you guys can see, El Toro Loco is going to take the win. Next up, we have Batman from Team Superhero taking on Monster Mutt from Team Dog Pound. And it's going to go to Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Octonator from Team 7 Seas taking on Max D from Team Elementals. And, oh, Max D had it, but he turns at the end, and that's going to give the win to Octonator. Oh, man, this is a big race. We have the Event 6 runner-up, Backwards Bob from Team Retro, taking on Pirate's Curse from the #1 team in the points, Team Boneyard. And Pirate's Curse is going to take the win. Team Boneyard is just unstoppable. Next up, we have Bakugan Dragonoid from Team Galaxies taking on Queen Bee from Team Diva. And it's going to go to, I think, Queen Bee. Yes, it is. Next up, we have Higher Education from Team Inverse taking on El Toro Loco from Team Overcast. And it's going to go to Higher Education. Next up, we have Mohawk Warrior from Team Gears taking on Kraken from Team 7 Seas. And that is another great race. I think it's Mohawk Warrior. Yes, it is. Next up, we have Raisin Cane from Team Indy taking on Monster Mutt Poodle from Team Dog Pound. And it's going to go to Monster Mutt Poodle. What a run. Next up, we have Hurricane Force from Team Elementals taking on Bounty Hunter from Team Indy. And another great race. This one's going to go to Hurricane Force. What an upset. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian from Team Ice taking on Son of a Digger from Team Hunter. And it's going to go to Monster Mutt Dalmatian with a block. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune Black Ops from Team Fire taking on Wonder Woman from Team Superhero. And it's going to go to Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Next up, we have Whiplash from Team Gears taking on Alien Invasion from Team Inverse. And it's going to go to Whiplash. Next up, we have Cyclops from Team Retro taking on Zombie from Team Galaxies. And it looks like it's going to be Cyclops. Yeah, that one's pretty obvious that Cyclops is way ahead, so he will take the win. Next up, we have Earthshaker from Team Hunter taking on Mohawk Warrior from Team Boneyard. And finally, a Team Boneyard truck is going to lose in round 1 as Earthshaker cruises to victory. Next up, we have a battle of the Monster Mutt Rottweilers. We have Team Zombie Invasion taking on Team Fire. And Team Fire almost flipped over, and he saved it, but I think that's going to cost him the win. That is very, very close, but we're going to go straight down to see who got it. And yes, it is going to go to the Monster Mutt Rottweiler from Team Zombie Invasion. Next up, we have Megalodon from Team Elementals taking on Big Kahuna from Team 7 Seas. And Megalodon rolls over, but he is going to just barely take the win. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Husky from Team Dog Pound taking on Bakugan Dragonoid from Team Ice. And that is a very close race. Now, Monster Mutt Husky did not hit the shelf. If he did, I probably would do a rerun because that just wouldn't be fair. But since he did not hit it, I'm going to give the win to Bakugan Dragonoid. Next up, we have a Gears and Galaxies battle between Max D from Team Gears and Monster Mutt Dalmatian from Team Galaxies. And it's going to go to Max D with the come from behind win. Next up, we have Wildflower from Team Diva taking on your reigning championship truck, Tropical Thunder from Team Retro. And it's going to go to Tropical Thunder. Next up, we have Son of a Digger from Team Boneyard taking on Max D from Team Hunter. And another Team Boneyard truck is moving on to round 2. What a race. Next up, we have a Fire and Ice battle between Fire Pirate's Curse and Ice Dragon. And it's going to go to Pirate's Curse. Next up, we have Superman from Team Superhero taking on Blue Thunder from Team Zombie Invasion. And it's going to go to Blue Thunder. Next up, we have the final race of round number 1, which is a Gravedigger and Max D battle. We have Gravedigger from Team Inverse taking on Max D from Team Overcast. And it's going to go to Gravedigger. Alright guys, so here is a look at all of the trucks that lost in round 1, which of course means that they will get 1 point for this event and 1 point for their entire team. And now it is time for round number 2. We are down to 32 trucks. Here's a look at all of the races. For those of you guys that are still in, you can see who you are facing. And of course, if you lose in this round, you will get 2 points for this event. And without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Zombie from Team Zombie Invasion taking on Saigon Shaker from Team Indy. So round number 2 is underway. And the first win is going to go to Zombie. What a run. Next up, we have the Joker from Team Superhero taking on Whiplash from Team Diva. And it's going to go to Whiplash. Of course, it's awesome to see a Gravedigger and Max D battle, but how about a Gravedigger and Maximum Destruction battle? We have Gravedigger from Team Boneyard taking on Maximum Destruction from Team Retro. And this time it's going to be Gravedigger getting the best of Maximum Destruction. Next up, we have Dragon from Team Zombie Invasion taking on Blue Thunder from Team Overcast. And it's going to go to Blue Thunder with a block. Next up, we have Sparkle Smash from Team Diva taking on El Toro Loco from Team Galaxies. And I think it might be El Toro Loco, but they are angled to the left. So from right here, we have to go straight down. And just barely, El Toro Loco will take the win. Next up, we have Monster Mutt from Team Dog Pound taking on Octonator from Team 7 Seas. And it's going to go to, I think, Monster Mutt, but Octonator almost got there at the end. I think that tire of Monster Mutt is still sticking out, though. Let's go straight down. Just barely. Monster Mutt will hang on to take the win. Next up, we have Pirate's Curse from Team Boneyard taking on Queen Bee from Team Diva. And it's going to go to Queen Bee with the upset win. Next up, we have Higher Education from Team Inverse taking on Mohawk Warrior from Team Gears. And they both do wheelies. Higher Education flips over. And as you guys can see, Higher Education is clearly sticking out, and he will take the win. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Poodle from Team Dog Pound taking on Hurricane Force from Team Elementals. And it's going to go to Hurricane Force with probably the best run of the night. Next up, we have the second Fire and Ice battle of the night with Soldier Fortune Black Ops from Team Fire taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian from Team Ice. And it's going to go to Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have Whiplash from Team Gears taking on Cyclops from Team Retro. And it's going to go to Cyclops. Next up, we have a Zombie versus Hunter battle with Monster Mutt Rottweiler from Team Zombie Invasion taking on Earthshaker from Team Hunter. And it is going to go to Earthshaker. Next up, we have Megalodon from Team Elementals taking on Bakugan Dragonoid from Team Ice. And it is going to go to Bakugan Dragonoid, who had a pretty nice save. He defeats Megalodon. Next up, we have Max D from Team Gears taking on Tropical Thunder from Team Retro. And it's going to go to, I think, Tropical Thunder, but let's just make sure. Yes, it is. Clearly, Tropical Thunder is sticking out by a lot, and he will take the win. Next up, we have Son of a Digger from Team Boneyard taking on Pirate's Curse from Team Fire. And they both do wheelies. Man, this one is going to be tough to call. We almost have to look at more of the side angle for this one, which from the side, it kind of looks like Son of a Digger, but let's see what the aerial view looks like. Yeah, I would say it's Son of a Digger because as you guys can tell, we have to go from the bottom tires because the top ones are angled outwards. So from the bottom tires, that one right there of Son of a Digger is sticking out, so he is going to take the win. Next up, we have the final race of round number 2 between two very fast trucks. We have Blue Thunder from Team Zombie Invasion taking on Gravedigger from Team Inverse. And, ooh, that is a very interesting race. Now, they are angled to the left, and because of that, it looks like it's going to give the win to Blue Thunder. As you guys can see, his tire is sticking out, and he is going to take the win. All right, guys, so here is a look at all of the trucks that lost in round number 2, which means they will get 2 points for this event and 2 points for their entire team. And now it is time for round number 3. We are down to 16 trucks, and here's a great look at all of the races. So if you lose in this round, you will get 3 points. And after this round, we will be down to the quarterfinals, and that is when I will go over the field of trucks. So, without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Zombie from Team Zombie Invasion taking on Whiplash from Team Diva. So who is going to be the first person to move on to the quarterfinals? It is going to be a great race. That might be the best race of the entire season. Both of these trucks had like the 2 best runs of the night. And we're going to go straight down. I think it's Zombie. Man, that is close. Let's go straight down one more time. Again, I am going straight down from where the racing lane is. Man, I'm going to give that win to Zombie. What a tough loss for Whiplash. That was an amazing race. Probably the best race of the season. Next up, we have Gravedigger from Team Boneyard taking on Blue Thunder from Team Overcast. And it's going to go to Gravedigger. Next up, we have El Toro Loco from Team Galaxies taking on Monster Mutt from Team Dog Pound. And another great race. They didn't go as far this time, but they still went pretty far. That looks like it might be Monster Mutt, but let's see. Oh man, if you look at the top of your screen, I think it's going to be Monster Mutt. You guys can also use the shelf here because this is completely straight from where the racing lane is. And it looks like Monster Mutt definitely got closer to the shelf than El Toro Loco did. So I'm going to give the win to Monster Mutt, but man, what a race. Next up, we have Queen Bee from Team Diva taking on Higher Education from Team Inverse. It's a battle of the black and yellow trucks, and it looks like Higher Education is going to take the win. Next up, we have Hurricane Force from Team Elementals taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian from Team Ice. And it's going to go to Hurricane Force. Next up, we have Cyclops from Team Retro taking on Earthshaker from Team Hunter. And it's going to go to Cyclops. Next up, we have Bakugan Dragonoid from Team Ice taking on Tropical Thunder from Team Retro. And it's going to go to Bakugan Dragonoid, so Tropical Thunder will not win back-to-back. Next up, we have the final race of round number 3, which is going to be between Son of a Digger from Team Boneyard and Blue Thunder from Team Zombie Invasion. And it's going to go to Blue Thunder with the upset win. Alright guys, so here's a look at the 8 trucks that lost in round number 3, which means they will get 3 points for this event. And now it is time for round number 4, otherwise known as the quarterfinals. So let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of the Zombie Invasion Zombie, we have Slender Baldy. Inside of the Boneyard Gravedigger, we have Richard Eskbach. Inside of Monster Mutt, we have SpongeBob Fan 23. Inside of the Inverse Higher Education, we have Monster Jam Fan 0311. Inside of the Elementals Hurricane Force, we have Nicholas Morghees. Inside of Cyclops, we have Big Ant. Inside of the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid, we have Shock Shooter. And inside of the Zombie Invasion Blue Thunder, we have Monster Jam Collector Racing. So I believe this is the 3rd time in the past 3 events where there have been 7 different teams represented in the quarterfinals. In this case, the only team that still has 2 trucks in is Team Zombie Invasion with Zombie and Blue Thunder. And event number 5 and 6 also had the same thing with 7 different teams and only 1 team that had 2 trucks remaining. So yeah, if you guys lose in this round, of course, you will get 4 points. So without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Zombie from Team Zombie Invasion taking on Gravedigger from Team Boneyard, who is going to move on to the semifinals. It is going to be the Zombie Invasion Zombie with the upset win. Next up, we have Monster Mutt from Team Dog Pound taking on Higher Education from Team Inverse. And it's going to go to Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Hurricane Force from Team Elementals taking on Cyclops from Team Retro. And it's going to go to Cyclops. Next up, we have the final race until the semifinals, which is going to be between Bakugan Dragonoid from Team Ice and Blue Thunder from Team Zombie Invasion. And it's going to go to the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid. So here's a look at all 4 trucks that lost in the quarterfinals, which means they will get 4 points for this event. And now we are down to the semifinals. So let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of the Zombie Invasion Zombie, we have Slender Baldy. Inside of Monster Mutt, we have SpongeBob Fan 23. Inside of Cyclops, we have Big Ant. And inside of the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid, we have Shock Shooter. So we have 4 different teams represented. Only 2 of these teams have an event championship so far, which is Team Zombie Invasion and Team Retro. But none of these trucks have ever won, though, because the truck that won it for Team Zombie Invasion was Rottweiler back in Event 1, and for Team Retro, it was Tropical Thunder in the previous event. So, yeah, this is definitely an interesting semifinals. This is huge for Team Dog Pound right now, who comes into this event second in the points, as you guys know, 3 points behind Team Boneyard. So it'll be interesting to see what Monster Mutt can do, and it'll be even more interesting to see if Team Boneyard is finally going to be passed for the lead by Team Dog Pound after this. But anyways, guys, enough rambling on. We're going to kick things off with Zombie Invasion Zombie versus Monster Mutt. So if you lose in the semifinals, you will get 5 points. And let's see who is going to go to the championship race. Will it be Slender Baldy or SpongeBob Fan 23? It is going to be Slender Baldy in the Zombie Invasion Zombie, with maybe the best run so far this season. If you guys remember back to the last event, Hunter Max D had a pretty similar run to that, so that was really close with that run. But either way, what a run for this Zombie Invasion Zombie, who honestly, in the first 6 events, this was kind of a very slow truck, but all of a sudden, it looks super, super fast. And I am so sorry to SpongeBob Fan 23 and Monster Mutt. You were so close, man. Better luck in event number 8 to you, bro. But the Zombie Invasion Zombie and Slender Baldy are moving on to the championship race. So who is going to meet Slender Baldy in the championship race? Is it going to be Big Ant and Cyclops for Team Retro, or Shock Shooter in the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid for Team Ice? Let's find out. It is going to be Shock Shooter, I believe. Let's take a look from the aerial view. We're going to go straight down just to make sure. And yes, it is. Shock Shooter in the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid is moving on to the championship race. Congratulations, man. And Big Ant You were so close, bro. I believe this is your first semifinals appearance so far this season, and this truck has been pretty underrated so far this season. It has looked fast almost every single event, so better luck in event number 8 to you. So these two trucks both lost in the semifinals, which means they get 5 points. And now we are down to the championship race. And to be completely honest with you guys, this is probably the most unexpected championship race so far this season. Neither one of these trucks have done really good at all, but all of a sudden when they need to step it up, they do it. So inside of the Zombie Invasion Zombie, we have Slender Baldy, and inside of the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid, we have Shock Shooter. So obviously neither one of these trucks have won any event so far, but for the teams, Team Ice has never gotten event championship, but Team Zombie Invasion did back in event number 1 with Monster Mutt Rottweiler. So let's see if Team Zombie Invasion can win its second event through the first 7 events this season. So anyways, guys, let's find out who's going to win. Your winner of Monster Jam Team Racing Season 1, event number 7, is going to be none other than Slender Baldy in the Zombie Invasion Zombie. This is a very, very well-deserved victory. This truck looked so fast today, and he is going to pick up 7 points for himself and 7 points for his team. And as for Shock Shooter in the Ice Bakugan Dragonoid, you were so close, man. Like I said, this truck's speed came out of nowhere. I don't remember this truck being really that fast ever, but all of a sudden it makes an appearance in the championship race. Unfortunately, you fell just short though, but you will still collect 6 points, and better luck in event number 8 to you. So anyways, guys, congratulations one last time to Slender Baldy and the Zombie Invasion Zombie for taking the win, and I am now going to total up the current point standings, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so here's a look at the updated point standings, and as you guys can see, Team Boneyard is still in the lead. They now have 75 points, and they have a 4-point gap over Team Dog Pound at 71. So they came in with a 3-point lead, and they leave this event with a 4-point lead. Team Dog Pound is just sticking right behind Team Boneyard this whole time, and we now have 7 events down and 3 events to go to see if they will be able to overtake Team Boneyard or if anybody else can. As you guys can see, in third place we have Team Retro with 64. Fourth is Team Zombie Invasion with 63, who had a very good day with Zombie winning the event and Blue Thunder making it all the way to the quarterfinals. That was huge for them. And then rounding out the top 5 with 60 points, we have Team Indy. So here's a look at the rest of the standings. As you guys can see, we have Team Diva at 58. Then we have a tie between Team Inverse and Team Gears at 55. It was a very bad day, though, for Team 7Cs at 54. 3 out of their 4 trucks lost in round 1, and the 4th truck lost in round 2. So it was a very bad day for them, unfortunately. Then we have Team Ice and Team Overcast tied up at 52. Team Hunter has 51. Team Elementals with 50. And now the bottom 3 teams, who are pretty far behind everybody else. We have Team Superhero at 44. And then Team Galaxies and Team Fire are tied for dead last at 43. So now what I'm going to do is scroll through the rest of the list here so you guys can see how many points each truck has, just like I do at the end of every event, so you guys can look for your truck and see exactly how many points you have for your team. So, yeah, but like I said before, guys, this is it for event number 7, and it is a 10-event season, so only 3 events to go. It's still anybody's game, but right now it is really looking like it's going to come down to Team Boneyard and Team Dog Pound. Can Team Dog Pound finally overtake Team Boneyard? We will just have to wait and see for these final 3 events, which I am planning on doing very soon. I've done events 5, 6, and 7 pretty quickly, and for events 8, 9, and 10, I don't plan on anything else besides that. So, anyways, guys, trying to get to the bottom of the list here, just giving you guys a few seconds for each team to see how many points you have. I believe we're on the bottom page now. Team Superhero, Team Galaxies, and Team Fire. So there you guys have it. There is the point standings after event number 7. Again, Team Boneyard is in the lead with Dog Pound, Retro, Zombie Invasion, and Indy rounding out your top 5. And even 5th place Team Indy, which is pretty good out of the, I think, 16 teams we have, something like that. Which 5th is still pretty good, but being 15 points off of the lead with only 3 events to go is going to be tough to make up. But you can still do it, as Team Retro showed in the previous event with Tropical Thunder and Backwards Bob, both making it to the championship race and collecting 13 points for that team. They have jumped up to 3rd place from 11th in just 2 events. So anything is possible. If any team can bring on their A game for event number 8, they could definitely jump right up here and be contenders with some of the top teams. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys do subscribe because we are currently on the road to 3,700 subscribers. And then as always, make sure to leave a like on the video, turn on post notifications, and comment anything you guys want to down in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time.